Next Finkley, Stellar Award-winning gospel artist Lucinda Moore is here. She talks about her time in the industry, her next biggest dream, and new music. Don't miss it, Fink Fam. Monday's Finkley.
There's a new familiar face this time. Say hello to the new daytime. See it everywhere you go. New and the greatest show. It's no other than the Michael Finkley Show. There is no other. He's like no other. I'm so glad that someone resonates with me. Come celebrate with me. Let's tune into Michael.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Michael Finkley Show. Now, I am very excited to have my next guest. We ran into each other a few times at different award shows, and I get to share with her one-on-one today. She is an award-winning gospel artist herself, Lucinda Moore. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I am super well, fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm excited to be here.
Thank you. I'm like, we ran into each other so many times. I'm like,
Yes.
I need my one-on-one time with her. I need to talk with her.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, and I must say, and I'm just like, before we got started, she's like, listen, I'm at my mama's house and I'm sitting on the floor, y'all. Listen. That's how we do.
I am acting like Cardi B right now, honey.
And we love it.
You down to earth, and I'm at my mama's house. I'm sitting on the floor in her living room. I'm good.
Listen. Like I said, if I was at my mama's house right now, I'd be in the bed doing this interview in my mama's bed.
For real. That's my mama.
Can you see me? Okay, great.
Yes.
That's how we do. But I have to ask, was music always a part of your being?
Yes. Singing was.
Mm-hmm.
As far as musically, I didn't get the experience of music until like 14 years old with everything together. But I used to sing from the age of 4 years old. I would be in the bathroom singing. I used to live in the projects.
Mm-hmm.
So I would sing in the hallways, and that was like a microphone.
Right.
It's like you being in a studio when you living in the projects in them buildings. So that's where I really got my start with singing inside of my grandmother's house. And then when we're going to, the stair steps of the projects, because it had echoes and the acoustics. So that's where I really loved to sing. And then at 14, I joined a group called the Willie Small Singers. And we later went on to sing, to back up Tremaine Hawkins when I was 16. So musically, with everything as a unit, it started at 14.
Gotcha. And I'm glad that you mentioned Tremaine Hawkins, Queen Tremaine Hawkins. And I must say, when we were at the Stellars again, just how it's just when you have to honor someone in that way. I'm glad they did, because true blazer, trailblazer she is.
Yes.
In this field we call gospel music. But she was a major influence in your career, right?
A big influence. We actually have a song out together right now that's on my current EP that came out in 2023 that I'm still working. So her and I did a collab, and I think I'm the only one that she did a collab with on an album besides Donnie McClurkin. She just did one with Donnie McClurkin. But I was the first one that she did a collab with, and besides Walter Hawkins, of course, outside of Walter Hawkins. So I'm gonna drop that probably on Sirius XM in a couple of weeks.
How did she change, especially at a young age? How did she change and mold and train you to be the gospel artist we see today?
Well, at 16 is when I started singing with her, and she looked at me and told me, she said, I see you doing the same thing that I'm doing. She said, and you remind me of me when I was your age. She said, so I'm going to have to train you. So even down to the dressing, even down to, because when I first got into her presence, I was looking so hood. Like my hood look was baseball cap, gold tooth with a L in it, flat bangle, gigantic earrings.
Wow.
I looked like the projects.
I
Sneakers, tight jeans, t-shirt, or
never
jersey.
known.
Yeah, I looked like a hip hop artist. And she looked at me and said, I see you doing what I'm doing. She had her manager go and to the mall and get me clothes and get me some high heel shoes. That's where it all began. I didn't know. I didn't know how to dress like an artist. So she trained me how to be an artist, even down to um uh sound check, how to work a stage, all of that. Nobody ever taught me how to do that because the people I was with never been out there like that.
Right.
So because she's out there, or she's the national artist, she had that experience of being the national artist, so she was able to teach me. And believe it or not, we still talk today. Like some of the clothes that you see her wearing right now, I'm helping her get that together.
So it's like roles have switched.
Roles has switched, right? She'll call me and say, "Listen, I need something to wear for New Jersey, blah, blah, blah." So I got my team. I'm like, hey, Tremaine needs something to wear. Let's get her something to wear. Let's design this. We got a seamstress. I got people who helps me get everything together for her. So yes.
I love that relationship. Wow. And to
Still
be
close.
again to be trained by the best. You couldn't ask
By
for
the
anyone
best.
else,
Yes.
right? Because you were
Yes.
trained by the best, someone that understands the business,
Right.
all that
Exactly.
stuff.
And I'm
So
happy of that. I thank God for that because not all artists get that opportunity.
right, exactly. How do you pay that forward?
Ooh, I pay it forward by teaching other new artists that's coming in, or new artists that I see, or old artists that don't know the ropes.
Mm,
Um, and that's how I pay it forward. I get yelled at because I'm giving free information out that of things that I've taught, that I've been taught. But God has blessed me to be where I am, and I have much further to go, but I thank God for where I am right now and where he has me, and I'm able to tell other artists how to get here or where I was. It took me a long time to get here, so I'm trying to teach new artists and the younger generation what not to go through, for me to get to where I am right now. I went through a lot, and I'm trying to help avoid them from going through a lot. It's like, your child. When you have a child, things that you've seen or you have done and went through in your life, you're trying to avoid your child from going through the same bumps. And so that's what I'm trying to do with the new artists, and that's why they call me auntie. They call me auntie because I look out, or I'm trying to help them get money, or I'm trying to help them get money in their pockets. I'm trying to help y'all pay some bills. This is how you make money. This is where the money is at over here. Let me teach you how to get over here so that you don't have to be struggling the way that I did. And it took me all these years to learn the ropes of the business. So I'm trying to teach everybody else how to do that too. And God will bless me on the back end.
oh, definitely, definitely, because we know where our help come from. Listen, we know where it come from, and he has yet to fail us because he won't.
Yet, yet to fellas. And the number one thing is to give your tithes and your offering. You got to give your tithe. This is gospel music. And the first thing that I tell a lot of the artists is get into a church, get under a leadership that knows that you can trust and knows who you are, in the kingdom, and not try to stop you or nothing. Give your tithes and your offering and do what you got to do as according to what God's words say. And then God will add on. But as far as the industry, I could tell you how to get your money and maintain and how to live personally. Especially if you're a songwriter. If you're not a songwriter, I encourage them to songwrite. Write your own songs. Do what you got to do because not only will you get one check with Sound Exchange, you get two checks when you own your own masters. So I'm trying to teach them not to depend on everybody want to sign. I need to get signed. I need to get signed. But when you own your own masters, there is money over there that the labels are getting from you that you could have in your own house when you own your own masters. So yeah. So I teach them all of that.
All the good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
Yep.
amazing. And then, like I said, paying it forward. I feel that's important because so many
Yep.
people want to hold information now or just keep it to themselves. How are you blessed that way?
Yeah. So
Can't be.
so yeah, and it's so terrible that the industry will not give information like that because and I don't understand it because I wish someone, well, I can't say that because Vicky Winans taught me that. Vicky Winans was my mentor when it came down to the business of the gospel industry. So now I'm out here teaching other artists that you can own your own masters without having to be bullied into signing a contract and then you're not getting that money that is supposed to be in your house. So yeah. So Vicky Wine has taught me all of that.
Another great in gospel music. Oh my
Yep.
goodness, just a lot together. It's for
Yep. Yep.
I love that. I
The
love
favor of God was on my life. So yeah.
yeah, definitely.
How you doing? This is Terrell Carter, and you are watching the Michael Finkley Show.
HBCU First. HBCU First Incorporated is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. HBCU First is a student-led community advancing the well-being and economic participation of America's Black youth. As the leading HBCU internship and mentoring academy, we empower elite students from 70 plus historically Black colleges and universities with in-demand college to career skills. For more information, visit their website, www.hbcufirst.com.
Hello, everybody. It's Finkley from the Finkley Experience. We're an educational consulting firm that specializes in first-generation education. So we assist students with their college and career endeavors. We train school administrators on the state of first-generation students. And also, we partner with colleges and universities to assist their first-generation population for easy transition from high school to college. So if you're looking for a presenter or speaker that presents on these topics and so much more, visit our website at thefinkleyexperience.com and learn about all that we do. We're looking forward to working with you.
Looking for some of the best soul food right here in Mullen, South Carolina? I promise you, come on down to Garden Alley.
Her grape salad fabulous. Her water gained. Her potato salad. Her chicken is fresh. Macaroni and cheese is salted to perfection. I haven't found anything that's not great. Best ever.
Banana pudding, cakes, pies. Yeah. Selection is huge. Garden Alley is an awesome place to eat. I really love it.
Come by and see the amazing staff at Garden Alley, downtown Mullins.
Hi, I'm Martha Munizzi, and you are watching The Michael Finkley Show.
But I have to ask because, you know, so many see you now and they see the glamour part of you. Now, first of all, if you ever seen this woman on the red carpet, you are in for a treat because, first of all, you don't know what she's going to wear.
Nope.
And she's going to bring her own style to it.
Yep.
I'm just like, how first of all, I'm just like, I think the last time I saw him, like, how long is his ponytail? Listen,
my hairstylist is a mess, man, because I have a whole team. I have a stylist, I have a makeup artist, and I have a hairstylist.
Mm-hmm.
When them three get together, it's over. And I'm out of it. I'm on the side looking crazy somewhere while they discussing. So they're telling me what they're gonna put on me.
Right.
So I have no say so. I pay them for whatever they do, and then boom, and then the magic happens. You know, and last year, you know, I was nominated. So that's why you saw the long ponytail and saw the dress and stuff like that. But this year, 2025, I kind of calmed it down a little because I wasn't nominated.
But
you know, so
had that train behind you.
Yeah, that part.
I'm like, yeah, you calm down, but there was still something there. That will stand out.
That's what everybody was saying. Everybody was saying you still. I came with the short hair this year. Like nobody ever saw me with a pixie. So I was like, okay, so you know that's the team. They were like, hey, nobody ever saw you with the pixie, so do the pixie. I said, okay. So I did.
And you worked it.
Thank you.
So we know there's a master team behind all that you do.
It's a team. Absolutely.
But I guess people see the glam part of you, but sometimes people need to hear the other side of the story, right? And
right.
How we got over, right? How we were almost that close to giving up or that close to not being here anymore, but something happened to you in 2020. What happened?
Yeah. 2015.
Mm-hmm.
2015, the doctor said that I had a cyst the size of a watermelon on my spine.
Oh.
I did not know because I had no pain in my back. I had no pain. I can walk, but the only difference was I could not feel my legs and my feet. But there was no pain in my back, my spine, or nothing. So whatever was there was sitting on my nerves. And I went to orthopedics. I went to doctors after doctors, and nobody could figure out what was happening until I went to the spine doctor. When I went to the spine doctor, they did an MRI and saw a cyst growing up my spine the size of a watermelon. He said, if you do not get this done right now, he said, this is like an emergency surgery. You will be paralyzed like within the next week or so. He said, because that's how much is sitting on your spine. So I went on and did the surgery. They whisked me in the surgery and my heart stopped on the table while they were doing the surgery. When I woke up, he told me what was happening. I saw these wires, saw staples going up my back, and you know, I was in pain. And the doctor came in and told me what happened. And I lift my hands and I said, Lord, I hear you. Because before that, I was being disobedient. I wasn't doing what God said. I wasn't giving my tithes, my offering. I wasn't giving God my time. I was doing whatever I wanted to do. I was getting hooked up with people that I had people attached to me that wasn't supposed to be there. Um, and so when I lift my hands and I told God, I said, Lord, I hear you. In my hospital bed, I wrote the song, Lord, I hear you, because I kept saying it in the hospital. And I wrote that song in my hospital bed. And that song, I released it after the pandemic. And when I released it, it hit #1 on the charts. So it was my testimony.
Only God could do that.
Only God.
Literally turn a situation completely upside down. First of all, make it about him because it's all about him in the first place. Again, make it all about
Right.
him to get the glory. For people to say
Right.
that it was nobody but God that brought me out of this.
Right. And I'm still making money off of it. So God saw the future. I built a house off of it.
Wow.
God gave me everything back off of it. You know, God is blessing me off of it. So I thank God for the increase.
Amen.
You know, from writing, and this is what I tell new artists: write your own songs, own your own masters, so that you can live off of, you know, and enjoy the residuals of what God has given you. But when you write out of testimony. If you're a gospel artist, write out of your testimonies. And that's what I do. I write out all the songs that you hear out here. I write out of my testimonies.
Right out of testimony. Rule one, step one, right out of testimony.
Write out of testimonies. Mm-hmm.
Powerful because it happened to you. And it shares the story of how God brought
Yes.
you out.
Yes. Absolutely.
Wow. How amazing, because you say you're on a hospital bed and you lift your hands and you're like, okay, God.
Right.
That's
I
it.
surrender.
How is it? How wonderful is it for God to trust you?
It's wonderful. It's wonderful, and it's also scary too, because there's gifts in me that a lot of people don't see. It was displayed on this past Sunday. I was in where was I? In Baltimore, Maryland. And the first gift that God gave me was prophetics. So it feels weird to hear God literally talk to me, and I'm able to prophesy to people who standing in front of me, and it's accurate. So I know that God trusts me. I know that I hear God. I hear him in my ear and in my spirit. I can literally hear God's voice. And not only with prophetics, but with songwriting. My songwriting is prophetic. And it's for what's going on in that season. And even in this season that we are in, I can still sing, Lord, I hear you, because of everything that's happening. We are in a messed up season right now.
Okay. Jesus.
We're in a messed up season across the country, with the United States, with the other countries. God, that song, Lord, I hear you, still reigns. Yep.
You're gonna make me cry now. Listen, because it's true. It's definitely true. And for us to
Yep.
reflect on that, you know, especially with this song, speaks volumes. What are you currently working on now to lift our spirits?
Well, I have a song that I'm working on called I can't give the title because somebody will take the title. I don't have it out yet.
Gotcha.
But there's a couple of songs that I'm working on um that is things that I've gone through when I wanted to give up and wanted to just throw in the towel with the whole gospel music industry stuff. with church. So I wrote a song pertaining to that. I have a producer right now that we're in the middle of singing that song. Also, I have another song that I'm writing. I'm working on a whole EP for the year of 2026. I didn't know whether to do a live recording. You know, people want to see me do another live recording. I haven't done a live recording since 2008. But I have to go by what's going on in the atmosphere. So if God say don't do a live recording, then I can't do it. So I have to do what God tells me to do. So I'm basically I got Cedric Thompson back on board, who produced the Lord I Hear You album. And I got a couple of other producers that's helping me. So that's what I'm working on. I'm about to drop the song with me and Tremaine Hawkins on Sirius XM and a couple of other stations. But in the meantime, the top of next year, I will be on a tour. We are in discussions of going on a tour right now, a big tour. It's going to be big. So by that time, I should have out another song, and that's it. I'm about to open up another boutique. I have a boutique called L. Boutique. I have a clothing and shoe line. I have my own shoe line. And so, yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm just working on whatever I need to work on. And from there, I'm about to have I'm building my food truck, a crab boil food truck, because everybody loves my crab boil. So I'm just an entrepreneur and also working on my music.
Right. Exactly. Multiple streams of income.
Yep. Multiple streams. Yep.
What keeps you going? Because sometimes, especially you said it before about the industry, and
Right.
industry can be a happy place sometimes for people, but it can
Right.
be a bad place for sometimes for people as well. But what keeps you going? And why are you thinking that you're still here?
I'm still here because of my drive. Um Years ago, I don't know if you remember when Verity Records was going and all the labels was out, and I got signed with Ty Scott. Even though I was signed with Ty Scott, I still had a drive to do what I needed to do for me. I did not depend on my label to make things happen for me. Of course, I needed them financially, but I did a whole Cardi B back in the day, and my label had to catch up with me, as far as marketing, promotion, and the whole 9 yards. Well, I still have that same drive today, that if I'm going to put out music, if I'm going to put out anything, I'm going to do it on the best level. I'm going to have the best photographer. I'm going to have the best marketing promotion person. I'm going to have the best PR publicist. I'm going to have the best everything, because I believe in me. That's what makes me keep going. I believe in me. And the other thing is, the reason why I'm like I am is hereditary. My grandfather was 100 and some change and was still plowing on the farm. My mother right now will be 87 years old and still work a full-time job.
Oh, mama.
So I'm at her house right now. She got to go to work tomorrow. You understand what I'm saying? So I get my drive from watching my mother, from picking the brain of my grandfather before he died, and her brothers were hard workers. So I watched them growing up, and I said, whatever I put my hand to, that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to work it to the best of my ability. I can't do what other artists do. I can't look at what they do. I got to look at what Lucinda got in her hand. And what God puts in my hand, that's how I'm going to work it. I'm going to work it to the best of my ability, and I'm going to work it until the wheels fall off. That's the drive that's in me is when I was 20 is still in me right now. And I got 3 sons who are the same way. that whatever they put their hand to, it's going to put their hands to do, it's going to be to the max. And I taught my children that too. So yeah, it's the drive.
My goodness, you accomplished so much, and people are seeing you in so many different avenues of
Yeah,
who you are as an individual. In this
right.
season in your life, are you proud of yourself?
I'm so proud of myself. I smile and I look back, and don't make me cry. I'm about to cry. Because I look back at the history of where I come from and what I went through in order to get here. Being talked about, being dogged, false allegations, um, um, scandalized, falsely accused, um, and much more. You know, to feel my feelings being hurt by pastors, by churches, the church hurt, all of that. And now I look back to see why it was happening. Because when you have the oil on your life, when you can sing and people are impacted, you, that's not the norm. Most artists sing because they want to make money, right? I want to make money, but I also care about the people that I'm singing to, because I also realize that what I got in me is not for me, it's for the people who's listening to me. So I am proud of myself that I allow God to use me like never before. That the oil is on my life. I'm privileged and honored that God chose me. Many are called, but few are chosen. I thank God for being chosen. And when you are chosen, you're not in the clique. You're not going to be a part of the reindeer games. They're not going to include you, in stuff. So I thank God for where God has me right now.
I feel that I'm experiencing that now. I have God, because that's all you need. I have God in this season.
I've gotten this season.
Sometimes, sometimes on the earth, it can be a little lonely, especially
Yep.
if God is purging and molding you and shaping you to where you
Right.
need to be in your next season. That can
Right.
be a lonely process at times, but I'm
Right.
lonely, but I'm never alone.
Right. Right. That's me. And I stay by myself. I have to be careful about who's connected. I have to be careful about who's around me. I have to be careful about, who I talk around, because it can get crazy. I stay by myself. I concentrate by myself. I write my songs by myself. I do everything by myself. It feels weird because you want to be included. You want people to accept you. But it's a thing when you can get to this point, that means that you are healed. You healed from people's opinions. I've always been like this. I could show you better than I could tell you. Y'all can say whatever you want, but I can show you better than I could tell you. That's Lucinda.
Oh yeah, that part. I'm good at that.
Yep,
I,
absolutely.
I am good at that. Oh, well, season 9 for us here at the Michael Finkley Show is all about dreams. I love talking about fulfilling your dreams, going
Right.
after your dreams. So, what is your next biggest dream?
Acting.
What?
Acting. That's my other gift.
Whoa.
That's my other gift. I actually got a call from American Most Wanted. I got a hit from American Most Wanted to come on and act, or do my. They wanted me to be a victim, and I refused it. So I am a SAG-AFTRA member. So I'm able to go into the acting. I'm in the acting union, so I can act, and that's what my next steps are.
We get to see you on a movie screen or a sitcom one day.
Yes, sitcom. I love comedy. I love comedy. I don't know if you was at the Pre-Stellars Award with me and Akatunde.
Oh my gosh.
Were you there?
Yes. Yes.
We acted so stupid.
Oh my gosh. I'm like, please give these people their own show. Like,
We acted
oh
up so
my
bad on that
goodness.
thing.
Well, y'all mashed together so well.
Yes.
Combo.
Yes. And I'm just I'm a quick thinker.
Mhm.
People want me to do stand-up comedy, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to do stand-up comedy because I feel like, that people won't take my singing serious. I've seen that done to other people, and I don't want to, I rather people see me on the screen, you know, acting rather than do stand-up comedy.
Oh my word. But yeah, I could see that. I could see that. And
Yeah.
everyone enjoying it, and everyone enjoying themselves as well. But
Right.
tell the Fink Fam, how can we stream your music and how can we follow you on social media?
Well, you can stream my music on all digital outlets, on Spotify, Amazon, Apple, all of those. I have music from back in 2006 to now. And my biggest song is Lord, I Hear You. I have a song called Fire that made a movie. It's in a movie right now. I don't forgot the name of the movie, but help me. You can go on my YouTube to find out what the name of for his namesake is called. So it's inside of a movie, and that's coming out later on this year, called Fire, which is my single. And then I have a song with me and Bishop Paul Morton called Someone Who Cares. And then I'm about to drop me and Tremaine Hawkins called God, You've Been Faithful, a song that I wrote.
Definitely. And social media as well.
My social media is I am Lucinda Moore. I am Lucinda Moore. Please follow me on all social media. I am Lucinda Moore. And then also, if you want clothes, and I make custom shoes, I got shoes available. You can go to www.lucindamore.com/shop. lucindamore.com/shop. And that's it.
Fink Fam, please go support her. Definitely in her world of clothing, definitely.
Yes.
Music,
Yes.
definitely as well. Go follow her because I tell you, she'll
And I
give you the
actually
clothes.
I actually sell this shirt. It's called Dope Sneaker and a T-shirt. I sell this.
I love it. You better
Wait,
look at your
it's popping.
you
So
better look
yeah.
at your brand. I love it. You
Yep.
better. But we appreciate you so much for being
Thank
with
you.
us. You got to come back. You
I
got to come back.
will. I will.
And if I see you on the street, don't turn away.
I won't.
I know you won't.
I love my people, Sonny. People come up to me. I hug them and pray for them and love on them. No matter who you are. I just believe you don't got to be arrogant as an artist, especially with people. I like this past weekend. This young man, his name was Adam. He came up to me and he had every last album that I made, every last song and album that I made, and I had to sign all of them. So I love my people. I love people who love me, and even if you don't love me, I still love you.
Still love
So yeah.
you. We still love you.
Yeah.
Again, we appreciate you so much.
Yeah. Amen.